Howdy fans and friends of Asiatic Archery. Today the other bow AF Archery sent me, and they call this their Horsebow. Look at this pretty tiny, it's just nice compared to others, so to get to this quickly. So this is their new Horsebow. Look how they make the tips nice and rounded. Then a very thin sear here. A little, yeah, not even a bit, maybe Turkish, but then this bulbous thingy here, not. Nice curves, a little flex in the handle, a really nice leather handle, and here complete race skin around. And it goes here, a beautiful, can you see your carbon? Comes of course with a string, colors we don't talk. Comes with this nice, because this is a premium bow, comes with this nice sleeve. And of course packed again in a box with this foam cutout where the bow fits nicely in. I love this, so I really wish other bow builders would do that too. You get this paperwork, shows some explanations, shows still the old way to string your bow. I would not recommend this one, but we know already how to string a bow. But everything you need to know. And what I can tell you, it's the 3K carbon Horsebow Eagle Eye. You can have it from 30 to 45 pounds. It's for horse archers, so if you want to shoot 90 pounds, just take another bow. Yeah, it's here. Most horse archers shoot in this poundage range. You don't want to shoot less than 30, and many of them, most of them don't shoot more than 45, so it's fine. If it's not in your poundage range, just look somewhere else. There are many bow builders, they have bows in your poundage. The length is 129 centimeters, the string is 113 centimeters, you have a max draw of 30 inches, which is again 90% of the time fine for horse archers. Brace height is 17, it's 3K carbon, bamboo, black walnut, and the tips are in micarta, I think. I can't read all that, but you check on the website. The price on the other side is $486 US. Yes, it's not the cheapest bow in the world, it's not the most expensive bow in the world, but we are already in a price range of the new Horsebow from Alibow, which is around there 500 something. So the new bows are all getting a little expensive, but hey, if they perform right, it's fine. Or maybe they thought, if you have a horse, you have money. I'm joking. It's just what it is, you have to deal with it. 50 inches and 30-inch draw is a F value of, arrow pass is nice narrow. Here you would put your arrow, 17 millimeters, so it's just in case you want to know. 17 millimeters, perfectly. Brace height of 17 centimeters, we said. And I was already worried because I left the bow outside on my porch, and last time it was a little warm and the sun was shining there. And I need to show you now, wait a second. See what happened to the foam inlay. I put it as a cover on the bows, but you see how hot it gets in the sun. So be mindful with your bows that you don't leave them there for hours. They really can get hot. And I don't know how good the glue can withstand this heat. So here we have a shorter one and a longer one and a very long center serving, so you can make all your tapes and whatever you have as your horse archer, but you know that better than me. And what I like is these fine details. You see how the knock goes in there gradually, and there's nothing sharp. So these ones are some of the nicest maid's knock. You see that how they taper inwards here. Excellent work. I mean, it's a price, but if you pay this price, you expect that. So if you pay this price and you get then here sharp corners and you cut your string off, me. So this yellow is not exactly my color, but hey, easy to string. You see exactly where the string ends here and here. Easy. So, oh, look at this. Looks neat. Here we have quite a, so the loop ends up directly here where it gets wide. Fine, I guess. Relatively short loops. Stiff here. Here is already flexing. Here is very flexible. Unfortunately, in this direction, this bow is quite flexing too, so you guys who do torque, don't do torque with this one. Okay, thank you. 17.5 or 6, almost 7 inches. Fine. And nobody's watching my full videos, they always skip through. Oh, is it lightweight? 210 grams. And I'll show you directly now. Because, of course, you could think now, yeah, shall I get this one or the Ali bow, you know, the new Horsebow, which is in the same price league. And let's see. It's longer, oops, draws longer. But what I want to show you is, this would be the Ali bow. Still beautiful. I love this bow. Handle is nice and beefy. Nice, but what I wanted to show you is, look at this, how thin the limbs are compared to any other bow I have. So that's almost frightening. But on the other side, this handle is a little squarish and gives you amazing control, but you don't feel anything because this bow is so lightweight. When you see, as example now, the Ali bow is good, a bit longer, has maybe not that aggressive sear angle, similar brace head, so both are fine for horseback. And if 30 inches is enough, you know, we had this one, fine. If you want to draw a little more, this one. Isn't that incredible? This is no weight to it. It's just the one thing, I wish they might have the limbs a little thicker and, you know, you could get a bit more stability in this direction. But it's not your first bow, I guess, so you know already what you're doing. It's a 35-pound bow, now I know that too. So let's see what it does. The bow is straight. Straight, yes sir. Look at this bow. These, I love these knocks. Handle is good, could be for me a bit bigger, but horse archers, 90% have smaller hands. Oh, so 28, 29. So I hope it opens up. For now it's 28. But the draw is, yeah, here it gets stiffer. So here the bow gets stiff. So short and a short draw. Let's shoot. Obviously there was nothing mentioned about arrow weight. So these are 360 grain. So we have 35 pounds. Shall we check it quickly? Measure, measure, measure. I wanna shoot, not measure. So 28. So the last 2 inches for now are really tough. 34.88, just fine. At the moment, where's my arrow now? Yeah. Okay, let's say we can put 2 more inches on it, but then we are surely more than, or at least 40 pounds because the bow gets stiff. So we have 40 pounds, 390 is a little less than 10 grain. See what it does. Oh, that was nice. They are 30 inches, 430. They're a little heavier, just in case you want to shoot heavy arrows. Ooh, you just open up a little bit, and then yeah, constantly to the right. 415. Yeah, that should be just fine, no? 10 grain. We are still to the right. So now. 30 inches and, oh geez, I wrote it somewhere, I think 250 or 60. Lightweight, don't tell anyone. Oh, it still works. Okay. So as long as you draw only 28 inches, let's see. So the handle is relatively stiff, but at the end you can feel it that it's bending a little bit. So I didn't draw fully yet, you saw that. bow needs to open up first. So this last inch, it's tough. So if you draw 27, last time somebody asked me which bow she should get because she draws very short, only 26 inches or something. This one, it's a nice one. See, 26 inches is here. Nice. I miss because I shoot bad. And this one is 250. Okay. So accuracy, I shot no different arrows, is all over the place for now. Bow is still straight. This is the only concern I have. It's very flexible in this direction, sadly. 3K carbon didn't help when it's so thin, but when I said, look how tiny, how fragile. And your horse archers, you don't torque with the bow anyway, so you maybe have a little side forward cutter like I do, or even nothing at all, and you reload because you have the arrows here. So for this, I guess it should be really, really fine. This one is 415 grains. Grain. Still to the right. 360. I can't read what I wrote. 260. Yeah, look at you. And doesn't feel like dry firing. So 260 maybe a little too lightweight. I think with 300 you're good to go. So these are all from Mijora, the bark arrows. They're nice. They were made once for my starter set, which... Oh, look at you. So the bow needs a little focus and a good control, like everything. Yeah. Now I'm getting the feel of it. So the handle is quite edgy, but it's fine. For me, could be a little bit bigger, but I think for most people who shoot horseback, this is fine, especially you have the new arrows here and what have you. Short, lovely bow. Nice one. 360, 361. Oh, 150. The 260. 185. More like it. Now the bow opens up a little bit. Very nice. 186. 181. Oh, 167. Bad shot. 181. So far we have a good speed. The bow is very lightweight, agile, so this you don't feel there's nothing wibbly wobbly here. It's really, you don't even feel it. The only thing for now, the 30 inches. it really gets a little stiff back there. So here until here is fine. So it's 28, 29 inches is fine. 30 gets a little stiff, but it gets the job done. And on the other side, remember Mihai's bow? He made it that it's stacked at 30 inches, so you know where your release point is when you sit on your horse. When you get stacky, just let go. And it works like a charm with this bow. So for your purpose on horseback, I think this is a really good option. I still don't like the carbon, but this now everyone has this carbon because it's carbon, but it's fine. Inside is nice. This bow is good. It's really good. On the other side, for this price point, you better be good. So I see myself drawing 28 inches. And no anchor point. How would it be if you shoot your horse archer style? To here, yeah, but then you see, here it gets stiff. But you can make it work, I guess. Depends on your draw length. These arrows are 30 inches. Or maybe even 30 and a half with the knock because the shaft is 30. And this is what I would draw them till here. But yeah, it's working, so bow opens up now a bit, it's fine. They always need a little time. No, it's working. Okay, just wanted to say I can't draw 30. Okay, we can. This is a little longer, I think. But stiffer, shoot some more to the left. So let's see what Katra will do. Oh yeah, nice. A little bit of Katra goes a long way. And, you know, for the one guy, he's complaining. But I don't zoom in, you know, you just focus there. And zoom in for yourself, even Bruno, right? The Alibo Horsebow. It's way more substantial in your hand. So if you want a very lightweight bow and short bow, a little more rough. But you can draw more. This one is very extremely, really, I mean 200 grams, no? 30 inches is a little stiff at the end, but as I mentioned, it's working. So you can get really used to it, and these arrows are just fine. Maybe take a little heavier ones, but you know, talking and shooting. Can I hit something? Oh yeah, kind of. Really nice bow. So, has a price tag, but every good thing costs money on this planet. I like what they did with the nocks. They are nice and round, so no chance you stab your horse. And then even here, the nock itself big, hollowed out, fades in, so the string runs here really nice round without making the nock too wide, so you save weight here. And then you have this really, I mean, it's, this is an arrow shaft. It's, now I'll show it like this. See, this is the thickness of an arrow shaft here, the sear. It's really thin, but it still works. And you have this little string guide here, so that you end up with your string always here in the center, self-centered like I am. It's just a little bit too wibbly wobbly. Let's see what the vertical stability will say. Yeah, even here, you see that you have almost 2 inches of play, so it's not the most sturdy, but on the other side it's very lightweight and fast enough, I would say. So you get 180 foot per second out of it with your arrows. That should be fine for every horse archer needs. So this one is a little stiffer. We need to do khatra, otherwise it ends up again on the left side. Oh, this is really way too heavy now. That was 400 something. Slow. Really. No weight to it. Short. and performs at 27, 28 inches already really nice. So this bow is awesome. There are no voucher codes. I can't help you. You have to pay what you have to pay with AF Archery. You can only hope that they sometimes have an offer, which rarely happens. Really well crafted. You see all the layers here running. It's a pretty bow and weighs really nothing. I can't tell you. This is just compared to, of course it's not unfair because this is way bigger and way more massive and way more sturdy. But this is the other Horsebow from Alibo. It's 380. Oops, 0. This is 205. 210. That's insane. Such a lightweight bow which performs that nice. You know, we had other lightweight bows. They didn't want to perform. And there you have it, the new Horsebow Eagle Eye by AF Archery. What do I like of the bow? The pros is the weight. It's very lightweight. I like the shape. And I like the refined nocks for the purpose of horseback. So they are very thin, very fragile, but they do the job, and it's here. Everything is sturdy enough and rounded, so it's really one of the best nocks here I've seen in a while. What do I like else? I like the speed, 180 foot per second, just fine. The draw experience, there's a little bit of slag, and then here it starts, and here it builds up, here it gets already stiff, so the draw curve starts and then it goes up. 28, 29, and to 30 you need to force the bow. But on the other side you have a 29, a nice, okay, if you draw 28, 29, it will be good for you on horseback. Like I said, with Mihai, he did the same. With his bow that it starts stacking. So if you don't mind that it gets tough at the end, but here you feel the handle bending a little bit. So I wish again the handle would be maybe in a stiffer material or with a little inlay in metal. Then the bow would be a little heavier, but a little more sturdy. But I think for the horse archers, they don't hold the bow anyway, they have the arrows here and whatever. So I think it's totally fine. It's an interesting price point, plus shipping, I don't know. But you just check on the website of AF Archery. So, what's left? Thank you very much, AF Archery, for sending this bow to me. Really, it's unbelievable. You know, some of these Korean bows, they are feather-light. This one is even more lightweight than the Korean bows have. Is insane. So, and thus 29 inches, maybe later down the road 30, but nice 29 inches. Does everything you could ask for. For me, the handle a little bit squarish, but you have control, and I guess for the horse archers, just right again. So nothing to complain. Thank you very much, AF Archery. And for you guys, you always skip my videos. I'm joking. And you guys, please check out my online course. If you really want to go into thumb release and you have no idea how to, and you don't have a teacher close by who really understands the system, check the online course. That's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching, subscribing, commenting. Catch you in the next one.